Welcome back to That's God. I'm Summer.
And I'm Emerson.
Yay! Yay! We're so excited that Emerson is back. And we're going to take today as just, you want to call it a debrief?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since it's just been me and Emerson on here. Yeah. I mean, when's the last time we did one together, just me and you?
That's a good
Exactly.
question.
It's been before the Team Second Camp.
Yeah, that's true that.
So, and I haven't got to hear, I mean, we were just talking for like 10 minutes before here. I don't know anything about Emerson. We like, me and Emerson aren't the biggest like texters. And so we haven't really got to talk, but it's like one of those things where like, oh, we good. Like,
yeah.
If we were, I would sit and talk to you for like 6 hours or something crazy. Like, it just doesn't matter. But with that being said, I'd love to hear about your summer. We'll maybe get into the word a little bit, but just like, I just want to know how God has moved and if you're on YouTube watching. Oh, if you're on YouTube watching, I'd like for you to look at my mug. It says, "But first Jesus." It's historically accurate as well. Or as maybe. More than those little tiny ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the little baby Jesus that ain't a baby Jesus. That's just mini grown adult Jesus.
Yeah.
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 Dude, those things are everywhere. I can't walk a second without seeing one of them. I'm not complaining, but they're everywhere.
They're a reminder, but I was at camp, and there were these, I haven't got to talk to you about that either, but there was, it was a leader that was telling a story about their kid who wanted to go to sleep with baby Jesus or whatever, and like could not sleep without baby Jesus. And she's like, "No, Jesus like is in your heart." And the little kid is like, "No, like I need that." And she's like, she had to step back and evaluate, like, are we creating this little tiny plastic thing to, be an idol? Like, it's not. Yeah. So she had to reevaluate, but yeah, you see them everywhere. So
yeah. I mean, like I said, not necessarily I don't know. It's like the little tiny ducks, dude.
Oh my gosh, they're everywhere too.
Are everywhere, yeah. I don't know.
We did that to Coach Cal. Somebody did that to Coach Cal's office last year.
I think it was Briley.
It would have been Riley.
Riley, I'm just exposing you, so sorry.
Sorry. Miss you, Briley, though.
Oh,
I miss all the softball players.
I
don't
know.
Talk to anybody during the summer.
Yeah. I don't think it. Maybe one or two. I talked to Nat Andre a little bit because.
Did you?
Well, just a little bit about where she lived in Michigan because. Oh, sorry, Nat Andre, your home state's out in the air now. It's okay. They could look it up on the Lindsey Wilson athletics side.
Dude,
anyway.
She's also a stud, though. Because on Facebook, did you see something about Michigan with her?
No, I did not.
She, one of the biggest female athletes in her town, hometown. Your mom commented on it. I don't know. That's why I saw it.
Okay, Nat Wonder. But yeah, somebody from our team, he was from Michigan. And so I was like, no way, what part? And so I asked her what part of Michigan she's from.
I see.
And I see her on the mitten. I have no clue. Isn't that how they like tell people where they're? I'm like,
oh, she's from like up near Mackinac.
Yeah,
up there.
Yeah. So I don't know, but he knew where it was. So I was like, what? No way.
Yeah. I was in Michigan last weekend. Did you know that?
Were you really? Wait, I think I saw something on Facebook about this.
Did you?
No, maybe that was.
Did my mom post something?
Maybe that was Sage. She's up there.
Yeah. So my brother got Morgan Wallen tickets for his birthday.
No, I saw this. Yes, I saw this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you look so cute.
Thank you. It was in the pit. Oh, I don't recommend the pit.
In the pit?
We were in the pit. Yeah. Yeah, we were in the pit. And
it's pretty legit.
In the pit. Like, golly. We stood for like 12 hours.
Crazy.
We got there at 1. The concert started at 5:30 for the pre-people, 9:30 for Morgan Wallen. We didn't leave till 11:45. I went to sleep at like 2:30 in the morning.
I was about to say, did y'all stay up there?
Yeah, no, don't worry. We stayed the night up there.
Say good gravy.
I know, I have to tell you about that. That was a trip. Wow. Anyways, we are getting completely off the point here. I want to hear about you.
And she takes a bite of sausage.
Yes. As I got my cottage cheese and...
Yeah.
Look how cute these little Good Culture cottage cheese cups are.
Oh, wait. Oh. They're so aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
That could be on a Pinterest board.
I know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so let's see. Where to start?
Dude, update me. Yeah.
So the first half. So I'm on, for context for listeners, I reckon. What I did this summer is called Crossing Student Travel Team. And so Crossings is an organization based in Kentucky. We've talked about it some on the podcast before with Eli, during Eli's testimony. But Crossings is an organization that hosts summer camps that like churches come to and kids just get poured into. So like their goal is to proclaim the gospel. Like on the back of our shirts, because we wear these bright yellow shirts, we look like highlighters everywhere, and that is perfectly okay, and that is perfectly great. And on the back of it, it says in big bold letters, it says servant, and then underneath it, it says I exist to proclaim the gospel. So that is their goal with Crossings, with hosting the camps, is to just allow kids a space that, one, they could feel loved, feel safe. Two, they can feel poured into, but most importantly, they can hear the gospel over and over and over again. So student travel team, starts. So there's two properties in Kentucky for Crossings. There's one in like Murray, Kentucky-ish, about 20 minutes outside of Murray, Kentucky, and then there's one in Baghdad, Kentucky, which is legit the middle of nowhere, but it's there. And it's a great camp. Both of them are great campuses. And then you have kids travel team, which travels in Tennessee for the entire summer, running kids camp. So that's like anybody 5th grade, I want to say, and younger. And then you have student travel team, which is what I was on. And so we spend like the first half of the summer in Maryland running Crossings camp on another campus that isn't necessarily Crossings campus. Like in Maryland, we were on like Skycroft's campus. So they had their own workers that ran like high ropes or low ropes or like lifeguarded. And our job was just to be intentional with the students. Sorry, we call it international with the we call it, whenever we're like intentional with the students, we call it international with the students. I don't know. It's just...
Okay, I thought that was actually just a mix up of words. I was like, how'd you get those two?
No.
Confused. Okay.
There's like a lot of Crossings lingo. It's like a different language, Loki. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, when you texted me and you were like, can one of the yellow shirts get on the podcast? I was like, what the flip is she talking about?
It's the bright yellow shirts. So we call them, we're the yellow shirts, my fellow yellow. Yeah. It's so goofy, but I love it. Or like on property, whenever you talk about like the POI, so like points of impact. So those are like the kayaking or like the zip lines or high ropes or stuff like that. When they're talking about it in morning celebration, they'll go like zip lines, and then everybody will stand up and go wee, or like it's goofy. Okay. Yeah. But it's like a completely different language that you gotta learn. But it's okay. It's not that bad. Anyway, so Maryland was hard, but it was good. Just because like it's a different culture than what we're used to, like I'm used to here. Like growing up, a lot of like Christian struggles. I say struggle. I don't really know if that's the correct word to use, but I'm gonna use it.
Use it.
Yeah, a lot of like Christianity in our culture is the difference between Christian culture and kingdom culture. So it's a lot of like, okay, I'm going to profess Christianity, but not actually live for the Lord. Or a lot of like watered down faith. And that's what you're dealing with a lot where I grew up. But going to Maryland, like it's different in the sense of like, a lot of the times you either have kids that will straight up tell you to your face, hey, I don't believe in the Lord and I'm okay with that. Or you have kids on the other side where they are so incredibly on fire for the Lord. Which honestly, like, what a blessing. I mean, of course you did have kids that like profess Christianity and kind of had like the lukewarm, like they just profess it, don't really live it. Like that's going to be anywhere. But it's interesting to see, but it's also a blessing because, I mean, the Lord tells us that like, if you're lukewarm, you're getting spit out, right? And that he'd rather you either be hot or be cold.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want you to be lukewarm. He wants you to know either hot or cold. And, I think that the reason for that is because being lukewarm is so dangerous because you can trick yourself very easily in the fact of like, I can profess Christianity and do good things and earn salvation, but not truly believe in the Lord. Whereas like, if you're cold to the Lord and your heart is hardened, like you're not tricking yourself at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if you're truly on fire for the Lord, you're not tricking yourself at all. Um, so it was cool. It was cool to see like a, how to pour into these kids. And like, it was interesting because they were, like I said, they were just kids that would straight up be like, nah, dude, like, I ain't gonna believe in this guy. And and praise the Lord, they were at church camp, like to get poured in. But there were, I think there were a few kids that I got to have conversations with that were kind of like that. Of just like, I know who he is because I've come to church, I've come to youth group, but like, why would I believe in that? And so it was kind of cool to get to pour into them like that, of like sharing our testimony and how much power it has of like, this is why I believe in the Lord, not because of what I've done, but because of what I've seen him do, because of what I know is true of him. And so then you have that, and then you have the kids on the other side, which are so cool to see, that are super like just strong in their faith of like, man, they really know how to defend their faith because they have to every single day. It's not like it's necessarily the coolest thing where they're from to be Christian, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so you get different sides of the spectrum of fully on fire for the Lord and fully just cut off.
Yeah.
So that was hard because I mean, dude, when you know lost souls are at stake, like, and they're just willingly choosing to go against something, you know, to go against what we know is so true and so good and so loving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when they're willingly choosing to go against that just because they see like evil in this world and they mark it up to God, um, it's heartbreaking, like truly. And like it's like, man, like I'm not gonna shove Jesus down your throat, like if you don't want to, but I know how good he is, and I know what he's done, and I know how he could change your life. Um, and I know that this evil in the world isn't from him. Like, yeah, it's pretty. It'll take a hard toll on your emotions.
That's heavy.
But
What age group did you see that in most?
um, honestly, a good mixture. Like so student travel camp is like 6th grade to senior year graduated seniors.
And they're all at the same camp?
Yeah.
Mm.
hmm
Okay.
And so like with in Maryland, you have a full church group that you as a yellow, like, are with. So, like, the church leader tells you whether they want you to lead the church group time in the mornings, or if the church, like, group leaders want to lead the group time, and your job is just to be intentional with these kids. Outside of like during lunch, or during like free times, or during PO or circuits in Maryland, just pour into those kids. But so 6th to 12th graders, they were with each other during like church group times and stuff like that. So I'd say, I don't know if there is a specific like age group I saw that in, but I like these kids have gone through a lot of things that like I've never even experienced nor heard of sometimes. And so the age group of it, I don't think there was one, because every single kid truly has gone through things differently, and for how long differently, and things like that. But yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure if you if in Maryland you just worked with like high schoolers, or if you, but that kind of answered my question there. So
yeah, because you're with church groups. So some churches will just bring a middle school group, and like some churches will just bring high school groups. So, but a lot of the churches bring a mixture and things like that. So yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. It was a blessing to see, though, because you really had to like, okay, like, how can I truly like pour into this kid more than just one night? Like, you were having conversations intentionally with students in line for 9 Square, like,
right,
asking them like, have you one thing that I always like to do during 9 Square was just ask them like, hey, like, 1, how was your day? 2, what did you do? And 3, have you heard the gospel today? And if you have, like, can you share it with me? If they can't, then like, while we're in line, all this is being talked about. But if they can't share the gospel back to me, okay, 1, tell them the gospel again, and 2, to teach them how to share it. Right? Because so the theme for this year was called Storytellers, which is really cool. I really like this theme, because like, basically the point of it was to teach students how to tell stories of the Bible. So the first night was like, okay, how do we tell the story of the gospel? And so we walked through like parts of we walked through the gospel, we walked through points in the gospel, we walked through how to share the gospel. And then the next night was Bible stories, so like Zacchaeus and Thomas. And we walked through we walked through those Bible stories, read them, and then I always made like my small group, because so like when you go to we'll leave from Maryland to go down to Tennessee. In Tennessee, you have small groups. You're not with church groups. You have small groups that are assigned by gender and age. So like, I'd have either a middle school small group or a high school small group, or like, so that's where the split of like age groups goes. But I'd always make my small group. I don't. Maybe always is a lot, because I don't know if I always did it, but I know for sure I did it once. Where we like read the story of Zacchaeus, and then I asked them if they could go back without looking at the word. Tell me the story of Zacchaeus. So like, just really implementing that you don't have to have the word. You don't have to read directly from the word to share the word. And so a few like points that they made about how to share the word is, you first have to know the Bible. So like, if you're going to share a story, you have to know of the story, right? So like, if you're going to go share this story of Zacchaeus, you have to know the story of Zacchaeus. So you have to dive into the word on your own before, like, you go and share the story because you have to know the Bible to share the Bible. So that was another night. And then the last night was how to share our stories. So we walked through like how to share your testimony, or like no, that was it. How to share our testimonies. And so that was super cool. The theme storytellers, man, that's a pretty good one. I really do think so. Yeah. Um, but yeah. So Tennessee though, so going from Maryland to Tennessee, you have small groups. It's a little bit different because this is more of like how I grew up, of like you have a lot of which a lot of these kids are like believers. They just don't know how to go about having spiritual disciplines or living a life for Christ. So, but a lot of them also do fall in the category of, I'm going to profess this just so like people get off my back about it. You know what I mean? So a little bit of a culture shift there, but a blessing nonetheless, because like the for Tennessee, for me, it was more of like a time that I could disciple these girls. Like I could disciple my small group because they knew all the like the groups that I had. A lot of them knew the Lord, or like the majority of the small group. Not everybody in the small group, but the majority of it knew the gospel. They believed in Jesus, and their lives were truly like changed for that. They just didn't know how to live for the Lord, because they've never been taught like how to do that. They've just gotten to the point of salvation, and that's all they like hear from people. Like, great, awesome, let's go. Like, truly, I'm celebrating too. But like, how do they live that life now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. How many people ran a small group for you?
Well, I'd say on average, you could have anywhere from like, I think 1 week I had 5, and another week I had like 15.
Okay.
Yeah. So it really just depends on the size of the camp, how many churches are coming and stuff like that. But yeah, so I don't know, it was super cool to just be able to kind of disciple the girls a little bit, and like, okay, like what should our lives look like now? How do we go and tell these stories? But yeah, all those things. And it was super fun. We have so much fun at Crossings.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. But no, it's awesome. I truly love it. And truly, like, I exist to proclaim the gospel isn't just words on our back. Like, we're trained. So we have a training week, but we're trained to share the gospel in every moment. Like, so after our circuits or POIs, whatever you want to call them, we say, like, these kids hear this 20 times over, they could recite it. But we say, here at Crossings, we believe that everything relates back to the gospel. So, like, if you're on pool games, like, how does pool games relate back to the gospel? And you share how pool games would relate to the gospel. Or low ropes. How does low ropes relate back to the gospel? Or how does basketball relate back to the gospel? Or how does cookie decorating relate back to the gospel? And so it was cool, like, to see how, like, it's almost like a mindset change whenever, like, I came back home of like, okay, like, what I'm doing right now, how does this relate back to the gospel? So it's just, like the pick it up and preaches that we like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically that all the time. And I absolutely
love that.
Yeah.
You would eat that up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes because you're like, bruh, how does this relate back to the gospel? But it does.
Yeah. Actually, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. One of our staffers, it was so funny because we were in training week, and they would give like staffers the opportunity to share how they related things back to the gospel. And one of them, they said, so this is Minute to Win It. And honestly, I don't really have one for this. So I just say, did y'all have fun? And when the kids say, yeah, he goes, so this is the gospel. Yeah.
Hey, that's okay. A bombarding technique.
And it's perfect. I've had to use it before. Did y'all have fun? Well, you know who the God of fun is? God the Father. And you know what he did for us? He sent his son Jesus down.
You're having fun? Oh, you feel joy? Do you know who we get our joy from? Do you know where the best kind of... Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
But no, it was a great summer. Super, super blessed. And I've done a lot of talking, but I couldn't talk enough good about it. The people that are there that run it, like, I couldn't talk enough about. So they're called Blues. They're blue because they wear a blue shirt, a blue polo. And so they're called our blue polos, but they're like the people that are over our teams. And we were, I mean, our team was just blessed. Our team was amazing. Like, woo, man, I love those people so much. But like, man, talking about having servant heart. Every single person on that team has a servant heart, always shaking up on each other. But our blues also discipling us well of like, you come to them with like, I don't know what to do. What do I do next? Man, talk about some prayer warriors. Talk about people that want to pour into you of what to do next, lead you and guide you in that. So we were very blessed to have those people. And just like, man, I can't talk enough good about it. Truly. It is amazing. What a blessing it was. Like, one of the themes that the Lord taught me was like, what a blessing it is to be tired for the sake of the gospel. Like,
I actually shared that on one of the episodes. I got to talking with myself and I was like, yeah, I'll give you an update on Emerson. She texted me and said what a blessing it is to be tired at like 1:00 in the morning. So that's what she's doing.
Yeah. And honestly, like I'm not like just saying it just to say it, but truly, like, you get you pray for supernatural energy from the Lord and he'll give it to you. Cause like, what do you mean I'm running off 4 hours of sleep and I don't need it, Lonnie?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, did you get on energy drinks?
I ain't gonna lie, they're kind of good.
Ah!
They're kind of good every once in a while. Not every time, but there were definitely days that were harder than others.
I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it for that long. I really
Yeah,
don't.
well, you get used to it. Now I can't go to sleep, so
it's terrible.
I'm
But
just
dude,
kidding.
I'm so proud of you though.
Oh,
I'm so proud of you. It's just so awesome. You said praying for tiredness, and if I just finished, I've read First Peter before. I know it's your favorite book of the Bible, but I like did a deep
dive.
Like, it's taken me 2 weeks to finish
First
Peter. Like, deep dive as in like each verse.
Give it to
just
me.
like
Give it to me.
Anyways, you were talking about God providing like that strength. It was talking about speaking and serving gifts, and you were just in full serving mode this summer. And I feel like that's just like, people have certain gifts for that, and that's just like, that's you, dude. And it's so awesome and so inspiring. And I actually thought of you. I almost sent this to you. I was like, I'm gonna talk to her though. I almost sent this to you. But in First Peter 4, we'll start at 10. 1 Peter 4:10, it says, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in various forms. If anyone speaks, they should do so as one who speaks the very words of God. If anyone serves, they should do so with the strength God provides, so that in all things God may be praised through Jesus Christ. To him be the glory and the power forever and ever. Amen. But when you said that, like, that supernatural strength, like, it literally says, like, that strength, like, it takes strength that God provides to be able to do the things that you're doing in a servitude, like, mind. And I got just a little taste of that. You got a full, like, 2 months of that. So yeah, I don't know, just, I thought of you during that. It's like, yeah, she definitely was reliant on God's strength this summer. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But no, yeah, it's awesome. Like truly, that is one thing I think that I will encourage people to do um more often than not, of like spend a summer intentionally serving the Lord, whether that looks like it in a camp setting or whether that looks um, making an effort every single day to go and to tell one person about Jesus. You know, the Trinity Queen, I don't know. What's her name? Josiah Queen's wife.
Oh, I've
She
seen
did
that
like
she's been doing that.
yeah, she did like the year where she tells somebody the gospel every single day for a year. Um, but like truly, like I encourage you, I encourage anybody listening, everybody, to, if you have the opportunity to work camp for the entire summer, or if you have the opportunity to go on a mission trip for the entire summer, do it. Like, it's just, it puts you in such a humbling place of, like, Lord, I knew I couldn't do this, but I know I really can't do this. Like, you really teaching me I can't do this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
uh, so, but yeah. I like that verse. I love First Peter.
I know you do. And I'm like, I was writing, like my ending summary of like it all. And I think I don't remember, but the second sentence I said was like, I understand why Emerson loves this book so much.
Oh, it's because it's so good.
It is very, very good.
So good.
I love how blunt Peter is.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like just so straight to the point. I'm like, thank you. Please don't sugarcoat anything for me.
That's why it's only 5 chapters.
And that's fine.
It's because he's straight to the point. He don't need all that fluff. He don't need that.
He don't need fluff. He really doesn't.
Yeah. But what about your Summer?
Dude.
What have you been doing?
I know, a lot. It feels like a lot. Like you've been doing a lot, like in the same. I've just been like, I feel like I've dipped my toe into everything.
That's awesome. Sure, you ran it response, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, after Team Second Camp, I came back home and immediately got to work with Dad, and we finished our fence.
No way.
We did.
Wow.
We did. Daily work with Dad, and I've just got to spend a lot of intentional time with family. Then I'd say the highlight of my summer was going to camp. I didn't really anticipate. Without you, it was very hard to. We've got to have some incredible testimonies come on, and then when we didn't have people lined up, you know, I had to take the time to like study the word and be able to like talk about it. You'd say like storytelling, like that's hard to do.
Yeah.
And I got to learn. God taught me a lot through that of just like being super intentional with my time, like in my word, not just reading it, but being able to like, I want to read it. That's why I've been writing after. I want to be able to like teach it, not just know the information from that. But I had been feeling so spiritually dry after Teen Second Camp. And I didn't really know what the spiritual dryness was, and like I needed to study it. So I studied it and then I talked about it on the podcast, but I had talked to Dr. Ward about it too.
Word.
Like got to talk to him. And those seasons, like in those seasons you learn quite a lot. But I still couldn't just hear like what I should be doing. I was like trying to find things that I needed to do, and then Mason told me that there was an opportunity they needed another girl for leader camp. And what they do is you go to the camp with the group. It was just middle school, and I had a group of 12 8th grade girls. And I was like, wow, how perfect is that, right? And I'd been praying about like going and giving the answer, like if I was going to go or not, because it was like 2 weeks away. It was very soon. It was very abrupt. And like I said, I'd been feeling so spiritually dry, but the only thing that I could hear from God was that I needed to go. to that camp.
Yeah.
Like, I needed to go. And it was just so obvious, like, how much peace it brought me, even though it also brought me so much, it took me out of my comfort zone I didn't know the people I was going with. There were a lot of new people my age that I had to be friend, like the leaders that I had to become friends with that have been going to church together since they were little, and there's me beat bopping up in there like, hey, like let's lead, and
hey.
and like the first like leader meeting, I was like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm cut out for this. Like, I don't know. These people are so like, you can tell they work with middle schoolers. Like, they're just like super energetic, and I'm like, I felt like an old fart. I don't know. But then I went, and whoa, I just fully dove into just that servitude like mindset. I was like, okay, like, I'm going to give my full. I only had 5 days. Okay. I had 5 days to walk in this. And so that's why I respect what you did even more. But 5 days to pour into these girls, where every conversation that I had with them, I saw myself in 8th grade, and how much I probably needed that in 8th grade when they're talking to me about some of the same things that I had struggled with. And, we're here to like talk to them about Jesus, give them the gospel, let them hear like this good news that those things that they're going through, like, they can go through with God. And I wish that at that age, like, yes, I had a faith at that age, but it wasn't where I was getting poured into and discipled like these girls were for these 5 days. And like the first day, like, they were very skeptical of me because I had a co-leader, and she's awesome. Shout out Kennedy if you're listening. She's super cool. And we worked with these girls, and there's just so many different personalities. We had a girl that like loved doing magic tricks and all this stuff. But the very first day, yeah, she's so good at it too. It's crazy. The first day they were very like skeptical of me, but I wanted to be able to pour into these girls like as much as I possibly could. And then the second day, you had like a morning session, or you had breakfast, you had a leader meeting, morning session, morning group, lunch, break, evening session, evening group, game. Every day. And the second day, they were like finally like wanting to do things with me, so they would want to go like, Summer, come with me to do this, come with me to do that. I got blobbed. I was like, they're like, let's go to the lake, let's go on these hikes. Well, let me tell you about this hike I went on. There were a couple of the girls that were like, we really want to go on this hike because they had beautiful hiking trails. Okay, they took me up a mountain. I wore sandals. There was like a 600 elevation gain. I said, guys, what is this? We get to the top, but then like we get to the top and we were studying one of my favorite books ever, Ephesians. We were studying Ephesians, and just like the movement of God in our lives was their theme. And they're like, can we read some more Ephesians? And I was like, yeah, let's sit down and read. And then there was a tick on my leg and a tick on my Bible. And I said, I think we should leave. Guys, we need to go. We need to go. But
those Megan ticks forget you though, high key.
Anyway, I was
not the
terrified.
Point.
No, but yeah, But being able to like have a relationship with each and every one of them, and then they want me to, after it all, on the very last night, I was just telling them how grateful I was because I hadn't felt that kind of fire and passion and just like the presence of the Lord and in a really long time. Like, I needed this just as much as they did. And I kind of emphasized a lot because a lot of the times in these camps, you see like this spiritual high of, oh my gosh, this is amazing. We're worshiping. People are getting saved. Like, this is awesome. But like, how can we take this into our lives outside of camp? And so I wanted to put a heavy emphasis on that. But I was telling them how grateful I was, and they're like, well, like, we want you to be around, like, those kinds of things. And I would just love, I think it opened a door for me that I didn't really realize. I've always said, like, I'm not a big fan of, like, children. Not that I'm not a big fan of kids, but, like, working with them, I would never say that I would work with them.
Mm. Yeah.
And I think the reason God wanted me to go was to see that, like, I do want to work with them. Like, I want to work with those girls, like, into their high school and into a place where I needed God the most. I want to be able to pour into those kids the most. And so this is the first time I've talked about it without crying. So it's really good. Cause I'm just like, I'm so just grateful. I'm so grateful that was just shown to me in 5 days of, like, this is gonna be something I'm gonna walk in outside of college. And I'm just so sure of that. But it's just such a cool opportunity. I've stayed in contact with a couple of them. There was one girl who had just started going to church in April. She, her dad had just recently got baptized, and we had, they call it, like, cry night. Like, I don't know if you guys had, like, people, like, I don't know, like, at worship, the leaders call it cry night. Let me rephrase that.
Okay. I was about
to say. The
leaders
call it cry night. No. And these everybody gets, like, a choice to, like, if you want to, like, you can be saved. And so a lot of the times it's like, this is kind of just like you're in a spiritual high. But this girl came to me and she's like, I really want to be saved. I want to know what it means to be saved. So me and her just sitting there, we're, like, crying in the corner. I'm, like, telling her all the things. I was like, this is going to be the best decision you've ever made in your entire life. And I truly believe, like, she felt every emotion and understood what she was doing. And she's getting baptized before I go back to school. So I was like, this is the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But that was the highlight of my summer. And that's what I could talk about forever, was that camp, and how grateful I am that I got to do that. And you know me, like, I wouldn't have survived at Crossings, I don't think. Me and her both signed up for this. And they were like, you got to get your lifeguard certification. You got to do all these things. You got to, and I'm like, well,
yeah. That was when,
like, I like my sleep. I like my food.
Honestly, okay. This is the travel team food. We had it good, because let me tell you, that camp food was the best camp food I had ever tasted.
I'm glad. I'm really glad, because whatever camp I was at, bro, there was a hot dog on the last day that about made me cry. It was so good, but that was it.
Summer, what?
Bro, I'm telling you, there was something about this hot dog. I was so tired. I had 4 hours of sleep. We were at lunch, and I'm sitting there, and the girls are like, we're going to go to the lake after this. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I just want to eat this hot dog. I was like, okay, hot dog. And I loved it. And then it fueled me for the rest of my day. It fueled me.
I know the Lord will provide hot dogs. Summer needs them. I know the Lord.
I really did. At that moment, I was like, yeah, this is about to fuel me. And it did for the rest of the day. I just was full on energy. So, and hey, this really goes to show, like, how the Lord provides the strength. Okay. I drank coffee every morning, and I still drink coffee every morning. Don't believe I didn't. There was coffee for the leaders. Don't worry. But I didn't need, with the 4 hours, I didn't need coffee, like, all day long. Like, I was just so filled with, like, joy from the Lord to go throughout the day. Like, it wasn't like an essential. Did I have a second coffee every now and then? Yeah. But it wasn't, it was just it was not needed. And I did sleep I took a 4-hour nap when I got home, and I don't do that. I don't take naps.
Only 4 hours?
Oh, well, it was from 4 to 8, and then I woke up and I ate ground beef, and then I went back to sleep from 9 to 9.
Okay. I was about to say, only 4 hours is a crazy recovery time from
No, don't you worry. No.
Yeah.
But I'd say that was the highlight of my summer. I've also been serving in the garden at church, which has been really cool.
Interesting.
They have a garden in the back that they give all the food to different, like, homeless shelters. There's this women's group that they give them to, these women houses, Refuge, Revive, different places, but it's this huge garden, and I go and I get to go serve up there, and that's been really, really cool because it's like, I don't know, it's you just go up there and I get to like enjoy the garden and I get to harvest and the weeds and all that stuff. It's like, but you get to harvest, then you get to see all that food go out.
Dude, that's so cool.
It's so me too. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's been fun. But that's been my summer, man. And then working with Dad. Oh no.
I hope she understands.
I think she'll understand.
Let me text her. Actually, real quick.
Just add her to the call.
Mommy, join.
Join.
Oh, can you still see me?
No, but that's okay.
Anywho.
I know the Lord will provide.
Wow.
That song's been stuck in my head.
Yeah. So it just restarted the recording. So
what?
That mean it meshes together?
It didn't restart on mine.
Okay, word.
So we're fine.
Because it says we're at 41 seconds.
Oh, it says we're at 46 minutes on mine, so don't worry. I'll end up.
I just took a break. Okay. No.
Putting that all together.
Yeah, word. Yeah. Dude. I think that one, like, wow, I'm so glad that you get to, like, chaperone at camp. That is so cool. Like, just, aw, summer service. Nah. But I think it's so cool because I think it's so cool that you got that age group because that's a huge, like, pivotal part in people's lives of, like, going from 8th grade to high school or even going into 8th grade, whichever one it was. Because you're either the big dude in the pond now or you're the small dude in the pond. And it's also like just an age of growth. Like that's just how it is mentally, scientifically, all of things. And so the fact that like you got to pour into them in such a pivotal time of their life and they wanted to know more. Wow. Praise the Lord. And the fact that you were able to do that so faithfully. I think that's so cool. But yeah, isn't it so fun?
Dude, yeah. And I really want to take this group, like, their small group is their Wednesday night small group. Mm-hmm. So during school, like I do have one more year left of school, I won't be able to do anything. But next year, they were talking, they really want me to lead their high school group.
That would be fun.
Their Wednesday night high school group.
That would be so fun. Oh my god.
And then I'd get to walk through them through high school.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd do that. Never.
Yeah. But here you are.
But here I am.
Here I am. Once
again. So that's so exciting. And we go to school soon, dude.
Dog, I know. Yeah, like 3 more weeks, 2 more weeks.
3.
3.
Yeah, boy. Oh no, don't yawn now.
You didn't see that. I was just...
No, I didn't.
Stretching my jaw. Yeah. No. Praise the Lord, though, for opportunities to serve.
No, praise the Lord for opportunities to serve. That's going to be the title of this. Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
I took notes. So I could write up a caption.
Yeah. I'm probably going to have to get me a new laptop, iPad thingy.
Oh, yeah. Once I get off here, I'll look at what I have and I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I told you I would do it last night. It's my fault I didn't.
Hey, it's okay. I forgot about it, so.
It's okay. I was at the field when you texted me and I was like, I have absolutely no clue. And then I completely forgot because Bo killed me on the running. Like, actually.
Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't totally random. You got to talking about the episode and I was like, man, edit on my laptop. I need a new one.
Oh, no. We're always random. I kind of figured I was like, wow.
So, the chain of thought for those listening.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah. But just praise. That's all I got. Praise.
That's all I got too. And I feel like that was 50 minutes long. I didn't realize that we went that long, bro.
I know. We just yapping.
Yeah.
Kinda, not really, but kinda.
I was about to say, we didn't really yap. It was kind of just storytelling. Just recapping.
Yapping with a purpose.
Yeah, yapping with a purpose. I can't think of anything else that happened this summer that's like, what?
I jumped in a bush.
Did you? Did you get pushed in a bush, or did you jump in a bush?
No, because, see, I've never gotten pushed in a bush before, so that's so funny, push in a bush. That's funny. I've never gotten pushed in a bush before, and so I've never known how a bush actually feels to be fallen into.
It's not good.
I was like, I wonder, like, I know this is gonna hurt, but I wonder if it won't. Like, how bad does this actually hurt? So I jumped in a bush. It hurts. Don't do it.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, but it was fun. Let's see, what else did we do?
Bro, that's crazy. Hey, did you like chai?
Dude, yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't get it, but some of my buddies did, and I was like, can I try that? Yeah, it was actually really good. Wow, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought you would if it was sweet. It kind of tastes like fall.
Well, they got like just like the chai tea latte or whatever it was, and that was it. Like whatever, I don't know what you call it.
Chai tea latte has coffee in it too.
Yeah, I said, let me get a taste of that, and they said, yeah. I said, yummy,
and it was good,
just like that, and it was good.
Well, sweet.
And the Lord created the beasts of the earth and said it is good. Something like that in Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The ducks took flight. They're still here, but they know how to fly now.
Wow. Do they have formation set ready and everything?
Oh my gosh. I want to actually, I think I deleted the video because I was trying to
that's my duck formation. Kind of looked like the Illuminati there for a second, so don't.
It did. That's not what, yeah.
This is the duck formation. Let me just take my thumb away.
Wait. I like their waddle formation. Look at them walking to me.
That is so cute. Oh my gosh. They're kind of scary looking, I'm not gonna lie.
No, they're so cute.
I think it's the
Wait, I think they start nibbling on my hand here in a second. Oh yeah, wait. Oh. Yep. That one actually kind of hurt. Just they won't let me pick them up yet. We're getting there.
You only, kept them alive for the entirety of their life.
They're precious.
They're so cute. Kind of. The red's a little terrifying. Kind of scaring me.
I've been canning.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you can see that. But that's like the fancy pepper jelly that goes on charcuterie boards?
Yeah.
I canned that from the garden. I canned tomato sauce. I'm candying jalapenos, like cowboy candy. It's like sweet. That's like, I don't know. Never made it, but my papa is going to like it. I'm making pico.
Ooh. That sounds so good.
Learning to can. So.
Dude, true homesteader over here.
Dude, I'm trying. I'm looking through here like there's something.
Pioneer woman.
Yeah, baked a homemade pie.
Hey.
Look how beautiful my lattice was.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait for summer treats.
I'm so excited.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
That's so good. Oh my gosh.
Dude. But
what is going on the farm?
Can you hear that?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, sorry. It's Kevin.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just wondering if they were okay.
I hope that they can't hear it. Normally when I do the magic audio, it cuts out the background, so.
Well, for those of you that can't hear it, it sounds like this.
That's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like they're dying down there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do that. Honestly, I've gotten so numb to it that I just let the good times roll.
Yeah, as you should. As you should. Dude, okay, I have a new hobby for us to pick up. So
please tell me.
You go into a river, right? Like one of those big rivers. I'm not talking about one of them little rivers. You go into a river and you start climbing the rocks. It's so fun. Do
I need a life jacket on?
No, you can stand up.
Like a creek?
No, like a river. Like I'm talking, we went to the Smokies and there's this like big river. I wish I could show you, but I'm on my phone recording this. There's like this big river that has these big old boulders of rocks and you're just climbing them and it's rushing and you're going through rapids, but it's so far.
Did you do this on your day off or something?
Yeah, we did. And
That's
I think
awesome.
we ought to go every single day. It was a blast and amazing. A half.
Dude, okay. Find us a river. I'll do it.
Okay, let's go. I'll find this one. Trust. We might have to drive a little bit, but I ain't above paying for gas.
We'll be fine with that.
I have to get a side gig.
It'd be I thought about that too, but I was like, meh.
I know the Lord will provide.
I gotta write that down too. That's gonna be our
chains break. But yeah. I also I was an accomplice in putting. Whoa, where'd you go?
Oh no! Can you see me?
Yeah.
I'm at 10% on my iPad. That's what it was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I was an accomplice in putting a rock in a van, and that's it. That was all I was gonna say.
A rock in a van.
Yeah, it's super fun. A girl also one time. So whenever we were out and about, playing games and such.
Yeah.
I think so for our church group time, there's like this time called breakthrough where like literally it's just a time that we could get the kids out and having fun before we lock in. And so I told my group we're going to play freeze tag. And so I pick a place that I really thought there would be no wild animal do in, but there's wild animal do everywhere. And so we're playing freeze tag and this girl has taken her shoes off and she like, she comes up to me, she goes, "Hey, Emerson, can I change my sock?" And I'm thinking sock, singular, not plural. Why only one sock? So I ask her, I'm like, why do you need to change your sock and not socks? And, well, okay, let me rephrase. She asked if she could go back to the cabin. I'm like, why? And she goes, to change my sock. And that's when the process of that thought starts. And she looks at me and she goes, I stepped in some dog food and her white Nike socks, the entire bottom of it is brown. No. And instead of, saying, "Oh my gosh, yes, please go back to the cabin," I laugh in her face. And I go, "Oh my gosh, please go back to the cabin." And I'm laughing as she walks away with her brown socks.
Why'd she have her shoes off again? What was that?
Because we were playing freeze tag on a hill.
Oh, yeah.
Valid, but yeah, it was goofy. Anyway, that was just a funny story. So random. Funny story, I thought.
Poor girl.
I know. Don't worry, she got a new sock, though.
Okay, good.
I hope she threw the other one away.
I hope so, too.
Yeah, there are a lot of crazy things witnessed. It's crazy what happens when students are left to have some type of responsibility in their day.
There was a kid that, this was the dude's camp part. He, clogged the toilet. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the good part. Clogged the toilet, and instead of telling somebody or fixing it, he went outside and got a rock and put a big rock in it.
Why?
All the leaders were talking about it, and they're like, we just don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
And at the very end, we were packing up, and we had to share. There was something happened with the buses. We had to share a bus with like a boys' 8th grade group or whatever. And I was helping load the bus, and I grabbed this kid's bag of, sheets.
Oh no!
They fall out into my arms. They're wet.
No. Oh no!
And people had been talking about this kid that peed. Or like the leaders were like, somebody peed in their sheets. I got the pee sheets all over me. I did. Out of all the kids, dude, I grabbed the pee sheets. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh.
It's okay. I went in and washed up before we, hit the road. But yeah.
That's so
pee sheets. So it's okay though.
It's fine. Yeah. LOL. Well, before your iPad dies, maybe we should...
I know, I was about to say, I loved getting to catch up. I hope that you guys enjoy listening to us. I actually forgot we were on the podcast there for a little bit. I was like, just talking.
When I started talking about laughing in the girl's face about her poo sock, I was like,
we're not on FaceTime.
If she listens to that, she might be a little embarrassed. So we might, I don't know.
You didn't say her name. It could be anybody.
Right, but she knows.
Shout out Poop Girl Sock. It's fine.
Any
hoodle. Before we go, I could pray for us.
Yeah.
And then, because hopefully we got some testimonies coming up. But this will be out next week, so.
Nah.
Yay. All right.
Yay.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you so much, God, for this day. I thank you for Emerson and her willingness, Lord, to just serve this summer. How inspiring it is, Lord, that she just fully laid everything at your feet and entrusted in you and just let you strengthen her, Lord. I thank you for the fruit that is going to come of this, Lord, that as Emerson shared her time at camp, that we can see that the gospel can be found everywhere, Lord. And I love this saying, God, that we exist to share the gospel. We exist to proclaim the gospel. And I pray that we can just live that out. And I pray that this podcast is just used as to uplift you, Lord, to share the gospel through our words. I pray for the listeners, Lord. I pray that anybody listening, that if they don't know the gospel, Lord, that they can seek after you, that they can seek after the truth, Lord, that they can find you and know that peace can be found only in you, and that without you, we are nothing, Lord. Thank you so much for this podcast in general and how motivating it is, Lord. And I pray that you just continue to work through us and work through the listeners, Lord. And I pray that we just continue to give you all the glory, Lord, because you are worthy of it all. It is your precious and ever so holy name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Do you have something for us?
Well, thanks for hanging out with us. If you get the chance to serve, do it. I don't know.
I like that.
Okay, and
that's God.